Welcome to the Career Change Diaries podcast with me, Alice Stapleton. And today I'm really pleased to be speaking to Amanda. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hi, yeah, I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining us on today's podcast. So, Amanda's been a primary school teacher for 18 years and is currently a part-time assistant head and SENCO at a primary school in London. And very exciting to hear that she's currently 1 year into a 3-year course studying acupuncture. So, really keen to hear all about this career shift and how it's been for you so far. We were just chatting beforehand that we started working together November 2023. So we're amazed at how fast the last couple of years have been. So how's it all been going?
Yeah, it's been going well, thank you,
Yes.
Alice.
Surviving the summer holidays.
I'm actually really enjoying the summer holidays. I'm very relaxed, and yeah, I went to on holiday with my sister to Milan for a couple of nights, and it was just so
Nice.
peaceful, and everyone, it's just like a different pace of life there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
everyone just strolls around instead of running around. So it was a nice break. I feel like I've brought a piece of it back with me.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a very chilled podcast then,
It
by the
is,
sounds
yes.
of it. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about the teaching and how you were feeling in that career just before you reached out to me.
So teaching, so I've been a teacher for like 18 years, like I've said, like you said, sorry. And I think I just reached a point where I just knew that I wasn't gonna go on the road to headship. I wasn't going to go down a different like education route, like being an advisor or whatever. And I just felt like the stresses of the job, the hours, the just all of it, it just kind of like, I don't know, yeah, it just came to a point where I was like, actually, I'm 40, what was I, 41 when I met you? I just turned, 40. And then it was like, what are you actually going to do? Are you still going to be a teacher in 25 years' time? Or, the retirement age will probably be like 75 by the time I reach that.
Yeah.
Am I still going to do that? Or is there something different that I could do? Yeah, in that time? Is there a different
Mm.
career I could take? Because I'm not quite on I'm not going to follow that traditional path to headship.
And did that all creep up on you quite slowly, or were there always niggles right from the start, or did you enjoy it to start with and it came out of nowhere, or what was it for you?
Oh gosh, so teaching, I did not enjoy it to start with. I actually hated it,
Right.
and then it was
Okay.
very difficult and different than I thought it was gonna be. But then, like after about a year, I changed schools, and actually I started to really love it. And I really love the kids are really nice, like the pupils. And you always get the parents are really like the parents can be really really nice as well. Your workplace is supportive. There was a lot of positives. So then I just carried on, and I like started to really get into it and learn more, read a bit to help me get to be a better teacher. And then yeah, I moved schools again. I've worked in about four different schools. Um and in each one I've like got a little bit more experience in leadership, a bit more experience in like what I know works for being a teacher, like how, teaching methods and stuff.
Mm.
And I always feel like I've had like quite positive experience, especially with the pupils and the parents and just everyone. Like it's generally been positive. But then, yeah, as I've like gained more leadership experience and I've seen more into the senior leadership aspect of teaching, like it's been brilliant. Like I have really, and I still am in that, so I still enjoy it. There's many aspects of the job that I really love, but there's some aspects that just find, yeah, I'm just I wouldn't want to be a head teacher. And I've got a lot of respect for all the head teachers and deputies out there because yeah, it's a hard job. So
Oh, I can imagine.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, and it's funny with some careers, I always think, the more senior you get, you move away from the actual work that you got into it for. I do
yeah,
remember thinking that when I was doing probation work, as you get more senior, you do less and less work with people one to one, and it becomes more a management sort of bureaucratic career, which is not what anyone gets into, I suppose. Reasons why you get into something.
yeah.
And can you remember why you decided to get into teaching initially?
So I had always been like working with young people. So I'd always like I was in the army cadets and I ended up being like an instructor there. So I was like, okay, I do like teaching people and I do like that whole like you're working as a team, it's very sociable. Like I like that aspect
Mm,
of it all. And then my teaching position, I was doing a PGC that was in London, and I wanted to live in London anyway. So it was like, okay, you've got this opportunity to be a teacher, trained to be a teacher. So yeah, and you can live in London. So it's like, right, okay, it kind of all came together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And my PGC was really
Okay.
good. Like I really enjoyed the teaching practices and stuff were brilliant. Like I got a lot out of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I imagine the content must be really interesting.
Yeah,
How
it was
people
good.
learn and how to get out the best out of people.
Yeah.
Um, okay. And can you remember how long you'd been having these niggles and thinking of making a change before you got in touch?
Oh gosh, probably like various points through my life. So
Right, so
like,
quite a while.
yeah, just sometimes I'll just be like, oh, is there something, should I try and pursue something else? But or am I throwing it all away by trying to pursue something else? And also like living in London, paying rent, living on your own or with your friends or whatever, you have to kind of make sure that you've got that security and just to like be like, oh, I'm just going to go and do something else. It just never really properly came together in that way.
Yeah,
And then I was like,
sometimes.
let me just gain some more experience. Let me apply for the next step up, and maybe it will give me kind of more. Which it has been brilliant. Like I have enjoyed going up through the stages of teaching. But yeah, I think you do reach a point, you're like, which way am I going to go? And actually,
And was
headship is
there
up to
was
me.
there was there a particular tipping point? Can you remember?
Oh, a tipping point.
Was there
Well,
specific? It had gone on for that long. What was it that made you think, right, actually, now I'm going to do something about it?
yeah, I don't know, maybe probably my age. It was like it's
Okay,
now or
yeah.
never. Also, I'd had my two kids, so like I have my baby, my son. I say he's my baby. He's 7, nearly 8, not a baby. Um, and then after that, like came back to work and stuff, and it was fine. I moved schools. It was good. I really enjoyed like teaching and being in the new school as well. Then I had my daughter in COVID time, and then when I got back to school, I stayed like I was on 4 days a week, stayed doing that. Um, and it was just very busy and it was a lot. Like, sleep deprivation is a thing and it was a bit
Yeah.
torturous, especially being at school. I don't have that now because she's my girl who's 4, she's grown more now, so she sleeps. But yeah, I think it was just that, and then I got a new role that like I'm the SENCO, which has been brilliant in itself, and I'm honoured to have been asked to do that job. But that is never somewhere I thought I would ever be. So I never thought that I would be doing that role as well as being an assistant head. Like I felt like it was a lot of everything all at once. So
That is a
maybe
lot.
that was kind of like, oh, you know, I don't really, not really sure this is sustainable, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
you hear that a lot from teachers. I get the sense
It's
that,
burnout.
yeah, as a profession, people find it really tough. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work and a lot of important work as well. It's not like you can just fudge it. I imagine as teachers, you want to
No,
kind of
you can't.
do it well and give the kids what they deserve. So,
Exactly.
SENCO, special educational needs.
Yeah.
And is that something you thought, okay, well, I'll try this, maybe that's an area of interest, or was it just an opportunity that had to be
Yeah.
taken at the time?
It was it was either you do that or you can be in the classroom. So I
Right.
could either do, so then I was like, okay, that is a job. Lots of people want that job. Lots of people don't want it, but lots of people do as well. So it's quite, and it's a very like important role. So I was like, let me just, yeah, learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
just
All right. So we start working together. Can you can you remember at that time, were you ever still on the fence about contemplating a change? Were there any sort of fears and doubts at that point, or did you feel that, yeah, this was it now and definitely something was going to happen?
oh well. There's always fears and doubts. You're always like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I being selfish? Am I just, is this the correct thing for not just me, but also me and my family? Is this right, or should you just carry on in this career because you're getting up the ladder and you're kind of getting more established and stuff? So, yes, there was always fears and doubts, but once I'd contacted you, it was better. I felt better. I was like, okay, you're actually doing something about it now. You're not just
Mm,
sitting there saying, oh, I don't know what to do and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'm taking a step in the right direction. And no, I'm not throwing my whole career away. I'm not saying I hate all of this. Like, I still love teaching, love the school I'm in and stuff. But it just, as I'm getting older, I don't think it's just not aligning with me. And it would be nice to find out if there is something else out there. You only live once.
mm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And did you have any ideas at that point?
about what to do.
Yeah.
Well, I had done, no, the answer is no, but I had done in COVID time, I did a proofreading course just to see, because I'm like, I'm a teacher and I'm marking work and
Mm-hmm.
correcting
Mm-hmm.
errors and stuff, and maybe that could be like a bit of a side hustle or whatever. But then I did it and I did get the qualification, but I was like, nah, it's just not for me. I need
Yeah.
something
Well,
more than just sitting at a screen.
right. Interesting. Well, good to have tried it.
Yeah, and I think that was like
Different.
a put my toe in the water, just to see like, is there something else that I could do? And then, yeah, I thought about all sorts of things, like therapy stuff. I thought about stuff within education as well. But then, yeah, I'm glad I came to you because you opened up just a
Yeah,
whole
lots of
like different
ideas.
way of thinking. Yeah,
Okay, be good to hear more about that for sure. Well, in terms of different ways of thinking, so I'm interested in what you said there, that you obviously had this perspective that you felt like you were throwing it all away,
yeah.
which is something I do hear a lot with clients, especially when there's reasonable training involved in that profession.
Mm.
So what was the switch on that perspective that helped you feel that that wasn't the case?
Well, I think like talking with my partner, so that helped, and with my like my family more, yeah, family and partner. When I'd like talk with them and say, maybe I should set up my own tutoring business because then I'm not like throwing my teaching career just like, right, see ya, I'll just throw it out.
Mm,
Um, and then them saying, well, you can like use the things, use your skills from that to do something else, and like, you know how to learn because you teach people, you understand about learning as well. Sociable, you've got the organization is there, they just like talk to me about the stuff in teaching and in my current job that I could use for
Mm.
any other career really. So it made me just think, okay, yeah, that's this is quite helpful. And you
Yeah,
don't have to throw it
definitely.
all away. You just have to, because I'm still going to be a teacher. I'll still be a qualified teacher even when I am 60 odd.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
It's
so
still there.
you take it all forward, definitely. It's a bit like
Yeah,
a bit like a trampoline, isn't it? It kind of helps you bounce on to
to the
the
next
next
thing.
one, perhaps
Mm.
lots of transferable skills and strengths. Yeah, I think it is helpful when you talk these things through with people and they just help you see a different way of looking at it that yeah, just shifts you in a position where you can maybe move forward and not hold yourself back in that way. Um okay. So then we work through the program. Can you remember, because I was trying to think this myself actually, can you remember how acupuncture started to emerge and what some of the key factors were that seemed important to you that aligned well with acupuncture? Obviously, I'm
Mm.
picking your memory a bit here as
No,
it was
it's
a
okay
couple of
because I
years ago.
actually got my star. I was like, let me get that star out because it's going to help
Oh,
with this
great. Yeah.
interview. So like the whole thing. So I think the first start is when you're thinking about your personal values, and I had literally never thought about those before. So like even just to delve into that a little bit and have a bit of a self reflect and do a few of those Myers Briggs
Mm-hmm.
things
Yeah.
and that
Personality. Yeah.
personality stuff, and asking my friends and family about, what do you think of me with,
As your
three
strengths.
adjectives for
Yeah.
me, as three strengths. Yeah, that's it. And then just like whittling them down to five, and then looking at like what work motivators there were, and then having all of those together. And then like I think I must have put it into Chat GTP, must have put it into Google, must have just like watched videos about like acupuncture. I went for some sessions and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is like nice. Like I've always really loved like the whole therapeutic aspect of life, like massage, wellness, going to the spa, all that stuff. Yes, it's lovely. So then
Mm,
when I put my values and my work motivators in together, I kept kind of doing it like over a period of, I don't know, 6 months probably,
mm.
working towards the end. And then the end of our program. And then, yeah, it just came up. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because a teacher came up all the time, which I was like, no, I'm already doing that.
Well,
Teacher, there was
how
town planner, like, no.
I could see you planning towns.
I considered it, like stuff like that was quite interesting, like the way that like Chat GTP and Google and stuff pick up on those things. They will put the values together and produce some different careers.
Yeah, it's very helpful, isn't it?
Very
Having
helpful.
that tool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like the mood board where I'd like pick out jobs that I fancied. I didn't know whether they would align to my values, but then I could use my values to be like, okay, maybe this will be good, maybe it won't. Who knows? But acupuncture just suddenly stood out to me.
And were there any? I was trying to remember. Were there any early front runners that, as the material was worked through, you started to realize actually this isn't going to stack up
Yeah,
very
yeah,
well?
yeah, definitely. So like any therapist stuff. So like looking into like you do career coaching, but I was looking like therapy work because like, I feel like I'm quite a caring person. I want to help people and I like talking to people and making them, make hopefully being a positive help in their life in some way. But then actually when I was looking into it, I was looking at therapy and it just didn't quite match with me. I was like, I don't know how much I don't want to sit down all the time. I'm quite an active
Mm.
person. I wanted to move around. And then having, yeah, having people to be, I want to support them, but always doing that all the time. I think I would find it quite draining. So yeah, that front runner was out. Also, was like food nutritionist, and you put me in touch with someone
Oh
to
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
that. That was it was so interesting to talk to her. But it made me realize actually that's not for me. Like for her, great. She's helping people, advising them about nutrition and stuff, but it just didn't quite have the, I don't know, just
Didn't
didn't quite
click
have
for
a
you.
thing for me. Um, and then what were the ones? Town planner said, you have to study for like 7 years. I was like, sorry, I've got a 10-year plan, but 7 years study.
Okay, so that was too
That was
long.
kind of
Too
too
long.
long. Um, and yeah, fitness, like I always looked up, like I've thought maybe I should have just tried to have been a like personal trainer or something from years ago. But doing it now, I'd be like, no, like with my kids, like I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go for a run with a client and then come back and try and look after the kids. It just wasn't for me. Um,
Right.
yeah,
So yeah, it sounds like you did lots of exploration and lots
yeah,
of sort of filtering through the ideas against what was important to you. And how did that feel? Because I've certainly had some clients where it's felt a bit demoralizing almost, but it sounds like for you that it was a slightly different energy.
I definitely didn't find it demoralizing. In a way, it was kind of motivating because I was like,
Mm,
okay, I've got these stuff that I fancy to do. And now it's like, nope, that's no good. Nope, that's no good. Like it kind of made the pool of things just a bit smaller. And with each one that I realized wasn't for me, I could kind of pinpoint why and be like, okay, I'm not going to look down that path anymore. It kind of closed off some of the paths, which I found helpful.
yeah. Well, it
Yeah,
sounds like it felt like progress, even
yeah,
though it was a no, it was one step forward
definitely.
almost. So,
Yeah,
um, and so it was helpful talking to people that were doing jobs that you were interested in by the sounds of
very
it.
helpful. Yeah, because even my friend, so I spoke, like I've got a couple of friends. She's got three. Oh, it might even be four friends who've actually left education completely. One of them was a teacher for absolutely years, for like all of her life. And then she just decided she was like, she loves photography. She's like, that's it.
Mm,
I've sorted out myself financially here, doing what she needed to do. And now she does photography and gets paid for it and loves it. So I spoke to
amazing.
her about her job, but I'm not into photography. So I was like, it was more from like her, how she managed to navigate that rather than me being a photographer,
Right, I
which
see.
was
Yeah.
which was good. But then my other friend, she does like um she puts like courses online and stuff, and she will do um she like I can't really put it into words properly. She basically does courses online to help people to get their business better. And I was like, that sounds interesting. So then we had a chat on the phone about all that. I basically
Hmm.
did her like an interview. And then I was like, no, that's not for me either. But it's cool for her, like definitely, because she like goes round different. She can work from anywhere in the world, so she just
Right,
earn
that's
money.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that just a gut feel, or were you going on practicalities and details? Bit of both, or
I think for the photography one, I was just going on. I'm not into photography, so I'm not going to be pursuing that career. Um,
yeah.
and then for her one, I just don't want to be sat at the computer all the time. Like that's just not for me. So it's just
Mm,
more about like, yeah, I just wanted to find out about her job a bit more, and yeah, it's great, but yeah, I can't. Oh, I just can't do it. Sat at the computer constantly.
I
I'm
do
doing that
remember
now.
that. Yeah, well, it was a big thing for you, and I think I vaguely remember that you were quite interested in doing something quite sort of practical as well, like
Yeah.
with your hands and that sort of thing. So, all right. So then, when you started to look at acupuncture, Can you remember what you did to explore that job and that industry? I mean, you were having it yourself, I think you said. But,
Yeah, so I like had it myself, and then I chatted to the acupuncturist about her job. Yeah, it's quite hard to have a treatment and then also chat about the job. So I kind of
You're having
pre-warned her
like
that, could you mind if I ask
needles
you?
stuck in you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very relaxing. Me just
No.
firing questions. But I did pre-warn her. I said, can I talk to you about it first before the treatment? And she was like, yeah, sure. So that was helpful to speak to an
Yeah.
acupuncturist. Then I shared it with my friend that I fancied to do acupuncture. And she said, oh, her friend had literally just passed her studies in Warwick or something, or she'd been like in business for a couple of years. But so I rang her, she gave me her number, and I spoke to her, and she was brilliant. She had a lot of really, oh, she was really helpful
Oh,
and
great.
nice. And then I watched loads of videos, and then I bought like a little course to do, um, just to kind
What,
of
just
learn
like a
about,
cheap and cheerful one
yeah, just
online
like
or
a
yeah.
little online course, coursive or something. And then I looked through it, and I was like, oh, actually, this is actually really interesting. And then yeah, that's how I got there. I researched lots of colleges as well and had some like online open days and things. Because there were two. I was thinking of going out to one in Surrey, but then I went on the open day and I was like, meh, maybe. And then there's one in Old Street, and that's the one I went for.
Right. And why was that a preference?
Just like location, I think. Location, and then also like the catchment of people as well. So like London is very cosmopolitan, it's very kind of diverse. So then on the course you're getting a lot of people from all over the world, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
that's
would
a good point.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I suppose Surrey is not known for its diversity, really. So.
No.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting criteria. And how did you go about narrowing that down? Because I imagine with that profession and so many others, how do you decide which is a credible course to do?
Yeah, that did take a bit of time actually. And I spoke to the girl who is an acupuncturist on the phone from my friend's link. And she said to me, "Oh, there's certain colleges which do like CPD, and they are like renowned. They've got like a good reputation." So then I sent her the link of the one in Old Street that I was thinking of going signing up for, and she was like, "Yeah, that's where everyone has their
Right.
CPD, so you should
Oh,
definitely
okay.
go there." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Cool, okay." So yeah,
Super.
looked at lots of like reviews and stuff, and yeah, that's how I decided.
So it sounds like it was really helpful for you reaching out to people, talking to
Yeah,
them, getting their advice and their sort of insider knowledge. I mean, I think that's a theme that runs through so many of these podcast episodes, just having the courage to reach out to people. And as you've experienced, most people are so supportive and helpful.
they are.
Did that feel out your comfort zone, or you're quite chatty anyway, so maybe less so?
Yeah, but still, like, I am chatty, but like, I can get a bit like, oh, what are people gonna think of me?
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're gonna think I'm weird because, like, one person I contacted via Facebook, they are a travel counselor. That sounded interesting. I was like, oh, a travel counselor. They support
Okay.
people, sort them out with their holidays, and then support them throughout the holiday for like plane cancellations or if the hotel needs to be moved or anything like that. They basically support them through their holiday. And I was like, that sounds interesting. But then I had to contact. I didn't have to, but you advised me, like, contact this person. I'm not seen him for like years since I was about 16. So then, like, messaging him out the blue did feel a bit weird, but he was
Yeah.
really nice, and it was good to talk to him, and it was nice to get his feedback. And he was lovely. He was just the same as he's always been, and was
Mm.
happy to chat to me about because he'd changed career into being a travel counsellor. So he kind of had that knowledge.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
bit of empathy.
yeah.
So how did you get over that mental hurdle then? Can you remember what you said to yourself?
Oh, I can't remember what I said to myself, but I think it was just something like, what have you got to lose? Like, just do
Hmm.
it.
Yeah,
Just do it. It's fine. Like, the person can say no. If they say no, they
yeah,
say no. Like,
yeah,
I've lost nothing. But if I don't do it, then I have literally lost something because I've lost that extra bit of experience or knowledge
yeah.
that I could have had, but I was too scared to ask.
Yes,
Don't
great
be scared.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I always say do it scared. I'm not sure it's
Yeah.
realistic to expect yourself not to be scared.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, just think, well, what have I got to lose? There's so much more to gain from this. And
Definitely.
as you, as you also said, is what's the worst that could happen? They
Yeah.
say no, big deal, or they don't answer, big deal. Doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Um, okay, so yeah, really helpful talking to those people. So you start researching the course. Can you remember how it felt? Sort of getting over that commitment hurdle then, because I guess you had to sign up to the course and sort of say, right, this is kind of it now. Can you remember what went on for you then?
Oh, it was a bit stressful, really, because first I had a few things to do. So first of all, I had to secure 3 days a week at work,
And that was down from 4, did you say?
down from 4.
Yeah.
So I was working. I think I didn't work on Mondays. I can't remember, but I worked 4 days a week and looked after my little girl on the fifth day. And then I wanted to go down to 3 days, but then there were questions about which 3 days, and the course was running Monday and Tuesday, or Thursday and Friday if they had enough people. And it's like, well, when are you going to know that? Well, we'll know when we know. I'm like, I can't cope with this uncertainty. So
Yeah.
then I just had to be bold, and telling my head teacher was really hard. Like, I just was like, oh, she's going to think, I had lots of things like she's going to think that I don't care about school. I don't care about the pupils. I don't care about my job. I had all these like questions in my head that I thought that she would think of me. Um, and then I just had to bite the bullet and just do it. And that was probably the scariest bit.
And was that the first acknowledgement to them that you were going to make a change away from teaching?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that
it's
was
quite a
hard
big.
because
Yeah.
yeah. And but actually like because and we'll probably get onto this in a bit. Um I was just like, it's not like I'm gonna just, oh, that's it. I'm going to go and be an acupuncturist now. It's like this is like another string to my bow. So can I go down to 3 days a week? Was the first question, which she didn't give me an answer straight away. I think she was going to say no, but the stars aligned. Someone else needed to come full time. So yeah, it kind of worked out. And then she was really nice to me and gave me the flexibility of, if the course is on Thursday and Friday, you can work Monday to Wednesday, and if it's on Monday and Tuesday, you can work Wednesday to Friday. So yeah, she really kind. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
very lucky. Um, and then after that, so that was doing that, and then I was like, right, okay, you have to put it in writing and get it signed by the governors and all this stuff. So once it's in, it's locked in then for a year. You're not even allowed to check. You can't change your contract. You can't be like flip flopping around. So if it had fallen through with the college course, I would have just been working three
I
days a week and
see.
having
Yeah.
those 2 days. Still looking for a different avenue to go down. But then, yeah, just I think someone dropped out of the college course at the College of Acupuncture, and then I was the next in line, and they were like, "Oh yeah, if you wanna, if you still want to be on Monday, and if you can do Monday, Tuesday, then pay your fees and you're on." So then I had to be like, "Oh, okay." And my
And
partner,
did
I had to
you?
tell my partner about it, like properly,
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, it was
And
a lot. It was a big
were there
change.
any wobbles on that point, or did you feel that you'd done enough to give you that
Yeah, well,
certainty?
yes, I felt like yes, do it definitely. Thinking long term rather than like the short term impact that it's going to have, because it work studying and then going down to 3 days, like it is harder financially, and it is it's not you don't I don't have any days off now at all. It's like working full time. Um, so yeah, that was quite challenging. I think for partner was a bit like, oh, what's what's going to happen, like again financially and like with time, like when are you going to study? Like there were quite a few questions about that. Um, but yeah, we're in a groove now. It's all good. Um, and then my family, my mum and dad were really supportive. They were like, good, this is great. You've got to go for it. And my
Mm.
sister, she was just supportive the whole way through. And yeah, so there were wobbles, but like once I'd paid my fees and I was like, I'm getting my registration. It's exciting, it's quite nice.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
can
even after a year, it
imagine.
still feels a bit like, I'm still like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm learning this new thing.
What bit? And is that a sort of disbelief that you've made that happen, or just that you're moving away from it in general, the teaching, or is
Just
it
like learning
all of
something
it?
new, and just like something that's going to hopefully give me a bit of extra kind of earning power, bit of extra,
Mm.
other options. It's going to give me other options.
So do you think you'll run the teaching and the acupuncture together for the
Yeah,
foreseeable future?
yeah, definitely. Well, for the next 2 years, so next year I'm at college, and then the year after I'm at college, and there's lots of clinic time in the third year, providing I pass my second year, which fingers crossed that
Yeah,
will
I'm sure
happen.
you will.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, then you're in the clinic all the time in the third year, and I would still be working at work, so I'd still be doing my teaching 3 days a week. Um, and then when I qualify, yeah, I imagine it will be a blended. I'll be blended for a while.
Would you like to get it to a point where you're just doing the acupuncture? I'm not sure if
Yeah,
that's yet
I
at that
think
point.
so. And I say I think so is because, like, you never really know, and it
Mm.
might be that suddenly, there might be an opportunity might come out of the blue that I don't expect, or it might be that I'm needed in a different way, or who knows? Who knows? I might win the lottery, and then
Can you give some to me, please, if that happens?
I'll give some to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
We
yeah,
sail off into the sunset.
exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
eventually, yeah, it would be nice to, because teaching is very stressful. And for me, it makes me feel exhausted some days, because it's so on. And even my heart rate, like I've got a Apple Watch. When I'm at work, Wednesday to Friday, my resting heart rate is like 72. And when I'm not
Mm.
at work or I'm at college, my resting heart rate is 52.
Oh,
For the whole
wow.
time I've been on holidays, it's been 52. Like it shows like the stress and
Yeah.
the heightened like onness that you have to be when you're in school, when I'm in that working environment. It's a lot, and it takes its toll on your physical health. For me anyway, not for everyone.
Mm.
Some people love it, like they
Mm.
thrive off it. And I do, I do like being super active and running around and things, but it, the heart doesn't lie. Like it's stressed throughout the day, and it proves it
Yeah.
by just having my watch. So even that, I
That's
don't.
really
It's not
interesting.
sustainable. I'd rather try and move to something
No.
that's a bit kind of more, bit more zen.
Karma. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Um, so just going back to the money side of it, so it sounds like by you still working 3 days a week, that's helped manage the transition
yeah,
financially. Yeah. But there's been
completely.
a slight drop in your salary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I became SENCO. So I'm a SENCO and assistant head, but when you you get onto a different pay scale than the teacher one, so it's a pay scale that kind of goes incrementally up. I think as long as you're performing, it goes up.
Mm.
So that had gone up a little bit. We're in January, so that kind of helped a tiny bit. It was just a bit of extra, but then yeah, the salary's not like I've got to a point. So I've been doing it for quite a lot of years, like that. It's okay. Like
Yeah.
I can live off it. But I did all my sums first. I did all my calculations. Am I able to pay my rent? Can I put X amount of money that will cover all petrol and shopping and childcare? I calculated all of it first, and then I was like, this is manageable. I'm able to do it.
Oh, well done.
And I managed to get some tutoring from one of the pupils at school, a bit of tutoring work, and she wants that to carry on when because she's left the girl who I tutored who was in year 6. She's going to year 7, but her mum wants me to carry on while she's in year 7 tutoring her, so that will be really, really helpful for me as well. Hopefully, it's
Mm.
her. Um, so yeah, just yeah, and also I got a student rail card and got the
Oh,
council
yeah, of
tax. You get a
course.
bit of discount on your because you're being a student. So there are like there's
Little
like little
perks.
discounts and here, there, and everywhere. They're small. And they don't make a massive difference, but every little helps.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So, and have you had to adjust life at all as a result? Are you finding you need
little
to
bit.
be a bit
Yeah,
more restrained?
yeah. I'm much more restrained. Like I would. You like, yeah, I am. I've had to be. So like with my shopping and stuff, like food shopping and things, I've had to be very particular. Like I say very particular, I still buy things, but like last year I'd have like my friends round quite a lot, or I'd have like, oh, I'll just have a party and just like buy loads of booze. Like that isn't happening. Like I have had a party for my birthday, but like I didn't like go mad and like
Mm.
buy loads of stuff, which I normally would do. So that kind of thing, yeah. I think more like splashing out like social stuff. I haven't really been like going out loads, but I can't really anyway because I've got like my kids are 7 and 4. Like I'm on house arrest. That makes it
It
sound
does.
terrible. No, I don't mean that.
It does feel like that sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So
but in a
just
way
being
it's
a bit more
helpful.
careful.
I've been a bit more careful, yeah, and like
Yeah.
not like I can't like just, when I see something, I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have that for 150 quid. Like I can't do that. I have to be like, no. It makes me think twice about
Mm.
what I'm
Mm.
spending my money on. But it's okay. I've got like I'm not unhappy. I'm not like feeling like I'm, you know, not buying anything for myself or not
Yeah.
able to get the kids to. I can still do these things. I
Well,
still
then
buy stuff.
yeah. Well, and I imagine you can sort of think, well, what's the alternative? I'd be working at the school one day more, so then it becomes worth it almost. That okay, yeah, you're being a bit more careful, but that's because you're studying and it's leading on to alternative career options. So
Exactly.
mm,
That's it.
mm,
And
mm,
like keeping that in mind. So like that's one of that's been in my mind more than anything. Like the whole financial stuff, is getting to a holiday time like now. Like
mm,
really, I want to take the kids to Legoland, go off to Alton Towers. I want to go on a holiday. Let's go to Spain. No, that's not happening this year, but it will happen, and I need to just remember that. Like it's going to happen in the future. So just hang on. It's only going to be like a couple of years, and you're going to be sorted. Like you're going to have those 2 days that were spent saving money to pay for the course fees, because I'm using some of my wages to do that. And when studying, that's not going to be there. Like you're going to use those days to actually earn money. So
yeah.
it will happen. We are going to go on a holiday. Kids will probably appreciate it more anyway because they'll be a bit older, but not
Oh,
too old to be
yeah,
too cool
yeah.
to go on holiday with their parents. Um, so it will happen. But there are lots of stuff like I want to do. I'm like, oh, am I doing the right thing? And the answer is yes. I just need to
Yeah.
focus on that and be like, it's okay.
Well, when you think if we started working together 2 years ago, and you think how quickly that's gone and how much has happened, it makes you
Exactly.
think 2 years is nothing, and you'll be finished the course by then. So,
And it's
yeah,
already a
this
year
is
gone,
great.
and yeah, and I've already like passed the first year of this course. I had to like two
Yeah,
lots of exams, and like, wow, a year's gone already. It's crazy.
yeah, I know it goes by so quickly, and I think it's so easy to look at courses that a year, 3 years, and you think, oh, that's so long, and I think it's just so helpful just to remember how quickly the time goes.
Yeah,
You might as well spend it working towards something you enjoy, or studying something that's of interest to you. So it's time well spent for sure. So
definitely.
when you talk about the whole transition that you've been making, what would you say have been the hardest parts so far? What do you think you've found the
So
hardest?
the hardest bit for sure has been the time management and relentlessness.
It's relentless. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot on your plate at the moment. That's a
It's a
lot.
lot. It's been relentless. So term time is a bit relentless because it's like weekend kids, like, you know, they always they always want you, and I want to give them my attention and stuff and give them the time because, you know, they're my gorgeous babies. And then it's Monday, and that's like college day, and you're getting up at 6:30, running around, getting two kids ready and yourself, getting everything sorted, drive to the school, drop them off, blah blah blah, get on the tube. College is like, oh, I can just be. And then it's all the way back, trekking back, getting everyone sorted, get back home, rinse and repeat on a Tuesday. And then Wednesday is work. And then as soon as like I've got the kids, get in the car, partner, and we all go together, drop us off at school and work. And we work in the same place as the kids go to school. And then as soon as I'm in, that's it then. It's like no break really. Not
Mm.
proper. I could always go out for a little walk if I was able to do that for 10 minutes. But yeah, it's on. You're on then until Friday, and then it's the weekend again. It's just a lot.
God, I'm tired even listening to
Exactly.
that.
This is very
Yeah.
full. And then trying to be present and, with your kids and be like calm and try and exercise and yeah, it just keep your house tidy. Yeah,
So what keeps you
relentlessness.
going?
The
What
fact
keeps you going?
I'm like, well, I mean, I've got to remember to enjoy the course, which I am doing. So when I'm at
Yeah.
college, I'm just like there, I'm just listening. When I'm at work, the people I work with are amazing. Like some of the kids as well, most of the kids, all of them are lovely. You can, so I just like get on with people and, you know, just try and enjoy things and just
Mm.
be
Enjoy the
in the moment.
moment.
I just
Yeah.
enjoy the moment. Go to the gym a bit if I can, go for a swim, have some little laughs and jokes here and there, and just like try and get out in a bit of nature, do a bit of gardening if I ever get a chance to do that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how is that experience of your week different to how it used to be?
Well, the college thing is different.
Well, yeah, I suppose, I mean, like if you imagine how you felt across the week before maybe you started the coaching program, or
Mm,
you didn't really know what you were doing. Can you imagine how that week felt compared to how your
to
weeks
now.
feel at the moment?
Yeah, yeah, actually. Like I feel like even though relentless sounds like a
Yeah.
negative word, I don't even I don't really mean it in a negative way. It's just relentless as it never ends. It's just like very ongoing, I feel like I'm on a lot.
Mm.
Um but I also feel like I'm moving forwards. So even at work I'm doing the SENCO, there's a qualification that you do. Um and I'm doing that this year as well, just to kind of. I've
Okay.
been the Senko for 2 years, so it would be nice to have the actual qualification to have something to kind of show for it. And also it's going to teach me loads of stuff about being a Senko anyway. So it's just like another bit of knowledge. Yeah, I feel, I feel like I'm a bit more, I feel like I'm just making a bit more progress in my life. Whereas maybe
Mm.
last year I felt a bit more like, well, I was working with you, so I did feel like I was moving forwards. But then before working with you, I feel like it was a bit more stagnant. I'm like, I don't know what
Right.
I'm doing here. Am I doing the right thing? What is happening?
Lots of questions.
Lots of questions.
Mm,
I don't
mm.
feel as on the hamster wheel as I did do. Like, I don't feel like I'm chasing my tail. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
actually going forwards, even though, you know, every minute
it's
of the day
tough.
is busy. But it's all right. It will pay off.
You
Hard
need a
work pays
nap.
off. I need a nap.
Yeah,
I
it
do.
does. Oh my God, it does. Yeah. I mean, I think when I was going through changing career, it was exhausting. I was working full time, doing part-time masters. My partner was living abroad, so just trying to manage that. And I didn't even have a kid then. So yeah, it's hard work, but it's funny. You just, as you were saying, it's relentless, but because you know it's going somewhere, you just put up with it almost. You just
Yeah,
know it's worth it, and you enjoy the thing that you're studying, and work's just work, and
yeah,
you just get on with it really. And before you know it, you're where you wanted to be. So
exactly. And that's it.
yeah,
Like, I think, like, having something to work for is like, yes, it is exhausting. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? But then it's like, well, you are, because if you weren't doing this, you there wouldn't be an end goal. You'd just be like treading water, and like you are actually making progress. You are going to get somewhere. You're taking those little steps. And I saw someone wrote, if you're tired when you want to do it, just do it tired. Or just
mm,
if you're
mm,
tired when you have to do something, just well, do it tired. So
yeah,
I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I'm tired. I'm just going to have to do it tired.
Yeah,
That's quite good.
definitely. Yeah. Well, because a lot of the time you don't feel like doing it.
No,
You say you're tired, can't be bothered. But as you say, it's just sort of accepting that you can still do it tired, and at
yeah.
least then it's done. You can stop berating yourself about it. Um, and on the flip side, then, what's been the best bit of the career shift so far?
Oh, lots of stuff. So just like having something, just learning something new. Like I didn't really like I explored acupuncture and I spoke to people and all that stuff and went and had it, but I never really knew what it was like. And since I've been in at college, like I've learned so much stuff. It's unbelievable. Like doing cupping on people, like that has been amazing. Just the whole like learning all the parts of the body. Like I love.
Oh, that whole cupping thing makes me.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
that
good.
must
If
be
you're ever
so
tense,
weird.
get cupping because it is the best massage in the world.
Oh,
Seriously, like it
really?
will make you feel better.
Does it
But yeah, just all
hurt?
of it. Yeah, seriously, it's really like I had some serious tension. Have cupping and it would it's the best
Does it
massage.
hurt or not?
No, it feels nice.
No. Oh,
No, it
right.
doesn't hurt. It looks like it will hurt because it's kind of
Yeah, with like the
sucking your
bruises
skin up and the
and
bruising. No, it doesn't hurt at all. It's nice.
okay.
Highly recommend it. But
Well,
yeah,
because
so that's been a good bit.
yeah, well, sorry, and just when I remember when you were looking at acupuncture, I was thinking, gosh, it's such a, I don't know, just such a strange concept, like putting pins in
Neat.
people. I mean, I assume you're not squeamish or anything like that. Did you
No,
find you had to
no.
kind of get over that?
Well, they kind of do it early on. So you put your
Right.
first needle in. I mean, I must have put first needle in. I think we did it before Christmas. So you start in mid-September, and after a couple of months, you've put your first needle in. So it's a hands-on practical course. But
Mm,
yeah, doing it the first time was like, oh, this is interesting. And having it done to yourself, I've got used to that because like at first I
yeah,
was like,
feels
oh,
like
it's gonna
harder,
hurt,
doesn't it?
but it's fine. It's good. Um, but yeah, that's been learning that I'm not squeamish and yeah, and
Yeah,
seeing
you're
it
not.
help people is good too. It's just nice to like see that. But yeah, the best bits have definitely been like all the practical stuff, all the learning, all this new stuff. It's like the more you learn, the more you can kind of remember things. Taking exams has been crazy because I haven't took
Mm.
exams for like 20 years. That was crazy. Revising was just like, what? I don't even know what is happening here. It's a lot.
And do you find you just got back into the swing of it, or was it a bit rusty to start with, or
Yeah, it was really rusty. Like it took me a little bit of time to kind of
right?
get into a study, like a way of remembering, like, am I writing a list? Am I drawing a picture? Am I making a story for myself? Like, how am I going to remember,
Okay,
you know,
strategies and
60 points on the body? How am I going to remember what these points do? That kind of stuff. So yeah, but I got into a groove, and then yeah, it's been good. And meeting loads of new people. Like I think there's about 24 people on the course, all different
okay,
ages,
yeah,
from everywhere, and it was just been nice to like meet some new people. Especially when you're
yeah.
40 odd, you don't really like, it's
Yeah,
not like
you
you're
kind of
meeting
get
loads of
in
friends all the
your,
time.
yeah, you get in your, I don't know, your sort of routines and habits. And yeah, it must be great to just sort of get out there and experience a whole another world and different group of people. And yeah, using lots of different muscles in the brain, trying to remember things like that again. God, my memory's terrible these days. So yeah, it must be quite good to get back into that. Um,
Definitely.
and what would you say has helped you the most across the whole experience then?
I think what's helped the most has been a range of stuff. So, first of all, has been my like supportive head teacher. She's been good because she's obviously allowed me to do the reduced hours and still that kept kind of a faith in that I would do a good job at work
Yeah.
still. That's been good. My sister has been amazing in my corner all the time. My mum
Mm-hmm.
and dad as well, like really like supportive. Um, Partner been really supportive. Like with everything, just like the logistics of things and moving around. He's does some teaching as well, moving around his kind of commitments to fit in with what
Right.
I'm
It's a
doing,
real
like
team
all that.
effort.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, definitely, that's been the most helpful. And
Mm.
you, of course, but yes,
Oh, thank
yes, because
you.
I would not have even ever got to this point without some actual proper professional help. So, so yes.
No, well, that's really nice to hear. And what was it in particular that helped? I mean, obviously, we got to a point where you made a decision, but can you remember any of the kind of key bits that helped you the most?
Oh God, I just think lots of it, like that star is very helpful. So, like the star, I don't know, no one's going to know what I mean. Maybe just hold it up.
Well, I can explain it.
Yeah.
So, everything that we talk through, you then capture the key bits of information onto a star, and each point of the star represents a different topic. So you have a life star, and then you have, I mean, test my memory now. So you have your values, your personal strengths, your interests, what gives you purpose, your other life priorities. So that's all on your life star. Then your work star captures your favourite skills, your professional strengths, your motivators, your ideal day, preferred type of organisation and environment. I think that's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it
I've got
sounds
it
like for
here.
you that became like a bit of a north star,
It
perhaps.
was. It
Yeah.
guided me. But it was helpful because it's like you know what you like, but if you don't think about what you like, it's a bit fuzzy. Like it just helped me to kind of see a bit more clearly. Like, oh, actually, these are the things that matter to me. These are the things that I enjoy. This is the stuff that I don't enjoy. So let's look at like what is better for like what's better for me. Like it kind of give me a bit of a direction. So
Mm.
don't look at this career or don't this is or like this parts of your job that you might not like. This is why. It's because it doesn't match with anything like or value. Like some parts of it might not. But then why do you like your other parts? It's because, oh, that's because that's what you do like, and that's what it is part of your values, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, then
So
capturing it somewhere and just having that blueprint, having that criteria to keep coming
yeah,
back to, sounds like that's been
yeah,
helpful.
definitely. And all of it's kind of helped as well with my current job. So it's not just finding a new career. It's kind of, and just with life in general, like it gives you kind of a thought about, oh, actually, if you want to go and do a new activity, it's like, well, for me, I like doing outdoor stuff that's kind of active and fun. So
Mm,
maybe just go and do some of that because that's what you like. So don't go off and do something that isn't that, or don't
right.
go and do something that's the opposite of that because actually you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Mm.
because it's quite hard to prioritize otherwise, isn't it? I always get the sense that sometimes we just sort of fumble around in the dark, and
Yes.
this makes your life just a bit more intentional and a bit more focused rather than just, yeah, stumbling around. Okay,
Definitely.
well, I should probably let you go. I feel like I could talk to you for hours, and it's been so nice to catch up and hear all about the course, and delighted to hear that you're enjoying it. I thought it was really interesting that you talked about, you sort of said, yeah, and then I'm at the course, and then I can just be, and then I'm at work. Just got this sense that those 2 days were just a kind of aha moments, and then the rest was just what you need to do for a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, that was nice to hear. Okay, well, thank you very much, Amanda.
Thank
If
you.
anyone wants to have a chat with Amanda about her experiences, do get in touch with me, and then I can perhaps put you in touch with Amanda. But yeah, just thank you again for sharing your experiences, and I wish you all the best. And who knows, maybe I'll come and get some needles stuck in me at some point. You
Yes,
can
please do.
show
In
me
two
your
years'
new
time when I'm
skill. Yeah,
qualified.
yeah, I will wait till then, that's for sure.
Definitely
And
wait
I'm
till then.
not sure about the cuffing, but you never know.
I might sway you.
Yeah, you might do. All right, Amanda, we'll take care, and
Oh,
thank you
thank
again. We'll
you.
speak soon. All
All
right,
right.
bye.
Thank you, Alice. Bye.
Bye.